Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Brooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Owwh Show right here on BKS1 Radio. It's your girl, Latoya Chanel, and of course, I am here with Miss Queen B. And it is a lovely, lovely, lovely Tuesday. I'm sure a bunch of you are just out and about and doing whatever it is you need to do on this fine Tuesday evening. Spring is here. I know winter is still around the corner, so I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to jinx anything, but I just hope it stays like this.
Winter still got her shoe.
Yeah. Yeah,
shoe out.
She's still like what? Like that. So
you call me?
Yeah, exactly. So again, hopefully it stays like this, and hopefully we'll have some nice days, moving forward. But in the meantime, we are here. We are in studio, and we are blessed to be here in studio on this Tuesday and talking with you all again. So I wanna before we get into all of our topics.
We have several.
We have several topics. Just to take care of some business. So we are going to have another live show, Owwh Show Live, coming up this summer. And I wanted to do another series of interviews with folks.
Okay.
Again, leading up to that, like how we did before. So before, we had... it was 8 shows. So we did 2 months of shows, 4 with the guys and 4 with the ladies. And then that led up to our live event where we were all there and we could all talk together. And so I would love to do that again, leading up to our next live show, which is over the summer, which I know it's March, but, the summer really isn't that far out and it really isn't that far away. So, we are going to do that probably towards, at first I said June, but I think it's probably looking more towards July. But I will give you guys the dates for that as soon as I have it. And, so for people who want to be a part of that next, that next safe space group talk, group session, get at us, men and women. Last time we had 4 to 5 guys and 4 to 5 ladies who were with us on a weekly basis. So it'll be just 4 shows a piece or either 3 shows a piece. And we'll be discussing different topics leading up to our live show. So again, if you would like to be a part of it this time, please let me know. Because I feel like, over the summer, this will be really, really good. Our winter one was really, really good.
Yes,
and so
it was. It was actually fantastic.
Yes.
But I think summertime is always, summertime is always fantastic as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, again, anybody who is interested, please DM Queen B or myself so that you can be a part of it. So that's it. That is the first thing. The second thing, just taking care of business, is we do have another live event that is going to be coming up as well. That as soon as we have all the details, we are going to get that to you. But I do want to say, if we have any poets in the house, if we have anyone that does any kind of spoken word, any kind of poetry, you're a lyricist, you're whatever, that is your thing. You're an oratorical speaker, all the things. Make sure you get at us to DM us about that, because we're going to have something that is going to be coming up for that as well. And let me see, July, August, September, October. I think that's it.
That is?
Business-wise.
Business-wise.
Because the other stuff that we have coming up, we'll be talking about in a couple of weeks. Because we've been doing some things behind the scenes that you guys will see soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Well,
okay.
we set some goals for this year, and we're going to smash them. And we're starting off slow.
Yeah.
Because we are finishing up some business that was supposed to happen last year.
So it was supposed to happen last year.
And we're making it a priority this year.
Yes.
And that's the thing with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Making it a priority. Prioritizing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
let me first start off with
Go ahead.
me saying, hey guys, and for those of you who don't know, of course, I do Ramadan. So happy Ramadan to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The proper terms to say is Ramadan Kareem or Ramadan Mubarak. Those are the two terms that you would actually say to someone fasting. This is a blessed month, so I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And shout out to the Muslims who are also fasting. And,
Do you
and
say
getting,
Muslims and Muslimas or?
I mean,
Or
Muslims
Muslim-
too, but
Okay.
you know, it encompasses it all. They know who I'm talking to.
Okay. All right.
So I just want to say, shout out to them, who are fasting and who do not find it robbery, but also those that cannot fast, because there are some people with health issues
Conditions,
that cannot fast.
Yeah.
And then there's some people. I mean, I fast for everybody in my family, but shout out to my brothers who are fasting also.
Mm-hmm.
My kids left me this year. Be honest.
So what time is your alarm go off? What time does sunset today?
7. So it's already.
Oh, so you're
it's
got
done.
to eat.
Yeah. That's why
Okay.
I got my
All
drink
right.
right here.
Okay.
Don't worry yourself.
Okay.
Don't worry yourself, sis.
Okay. I'm just
So the
checking.
time that was stolen from us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hurts us
Mhm.
Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get up, and then eat later. But it's a
Okay.
blessing. That's all
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Hey, Keisha in the check-in.
Hey, Keisha,
Girl,
check in. Thank
if
you for checking in.
Yeah, if you missed it, I said we're going to be doing another round with the ladies and the gents leading up to our next live event again. So if you want to be a part of that again before our next live event, which is going to be over the summer, just, let me know. And any of the fellas, shout out to everybody who's in a check-in that has, if you want to be a part of that check-in with us. But anyway, go ahead.
So, yeah, that's just one of the things I wanted to get out of the way.
Yes.
We have had some deaths, and I always want to. Angie Stone.
Right?
I ain't really ready to deal with that right now.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful soul.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite songs. I love all of her music,
Mm-hmm.
but Rain in the Cloud,
Mm-hmm.
Rain in This Cloud, was one of those soul stirs.
Okay.
I loved her. I'm at a loss for words. And I hate that you never know how beautiful a soul someone is until they die. Because the things that I've been seeing about her, not to say that I didn't know that she was a dynamic, beautiful person, wrote songs and everything like that. But what I'm saying is the things that she's done. And I know they say your deeds speak for you, your work speak for you or whatever. But she was amazing. And I just, I'm baffled. I know the whole world are like, we just don't get it.
Yeah.
But then Roberta Flack.
Yeah.
I want to say another soul stirrer, definitely the foundation. Lauryn Hill had a beautiful tribute to her, him and Wyclef, that I watched. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, even the things that Roberta Flack said authentically about her, Lauryn Hill said about Roberta Flack was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And our foundation of music comes from somewhere. There's a lot of times that people use music as revolt. And that's one of the things that Lauryn Hill said that Roberta Flack did. They used it as revolt. They used it as a time to get back at, or to pour something into the black community, because we would listen to music, and that's how they would get them to be their better selves, or rise, or feel love, or do whatever. But it's just amazing. It's just amazing. But anyway, I just want to shout out those two people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah.
Sleep in peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only March. 3 months in.
I mean,
what's your feelings, sis?
Just with the year as a whole, with
it's been
our first quarter closing.
Yes. 3 months.
Whew.
What are we thinking?
For some reason, these past few years, none of them have come in easy.
Right.
Not one.
I've always been unsure for the past 4 years.
Yeah. The first quarter has not come in easy.
Yeah.
And this was a part of it. There was a very uneasiness about this one when it came in. And although hopeful and faithful,
I'm very hopeful. Yeah.
Hopeful and faithful for more and for better and for breakthroughs and for healing and for all of the things. You see Yusuf, Naila says, hello, aunties. Oh, to the baby. Hey, baby. Like, hey, baby, the baby saying hi. Yes. Just hopeful for better. You know what I mean? And honestly, today with the weather being better, and
it felt good.
It felt good, and I'm hoping that the rest of the year
my spirit was good today.
Right. I'm hoping that the rest of the year remains as such. You know. So
I will say seasonal depression is a thing.
It's real.
Right. I don't care what
real.
anybody says. It really is a thing. And it's something about your soul and spirit that lifts up when there is a change in the weather.
Yes.
Because you feel good. It's just something about waking up in the morning, knowing that the sun is like beating through your blinds.
Yes.
And then you go outside and that air that you breathe, you're like,
yes.
Mm-hmm. So I think seasonal depression is a thing. So to all those people that suffer with that, I just want to say, hey, spring is here.
Right.
Summer is soon to come.
Yes.
And I hope you felt good today.
Yeah.
I hope you felt good today.
Yeah, all of you. Look, all of you. I did. I did, honestly. I mean, it's 7:12 and there's more to come for the evening as you go home and wind down, but hopefully everybody was feeling good. For all that are joining now that just missed it, we did announce that we are having another live event over the summer, and if you would like to be a part of the discussion here in studio that we have, please let us know, because we're going to do 4 weeks of the gentlemen and 4 weeks of the ladies. Again, Tashawn just joined. Tashawn, I have to call you about one of our projects here, but
shout out to him.
Shout out to Tashawn. But yeah, I would love to have Tashawn come in and speak from his perspective on love, relationships, black love, and all the things.
Definitely need him here.
Yeah, so we're going to talk, sir. Yeah, after the show. But again, we are going to do 4 weeks of the ladies and 4 weeks of the gentlemen, different topics, leading up to our live show that is going to be coming up over the summer. So if you want to be a part of it, make sure you DM us to be here in studio with us and be a part of the conversation. Shout out to my son who just joined.
You know what?
Ethan.
I want to talk.
Anyway,
I want to talk because the thing is, I don't want to cut you off.
No. Go ahead. We do have a habit of doing that. I will say that we have a habit of doing that, and we do.
But
have
it works
to get
for
better
us.
It does work for us.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We just
it
have
works.
to get better.
I want to address this.
Tashawn said he would love to. Did
Thank
I cut
you,
off by saying
Tashawn.
that?
See, but it works. And am I offended when you do that? No, I'm not.
Saying. Okay.
So I want to talk because the last time we were here, somebody had, and I won't say the name. I won't call them out.
No, don't call them out. But I love the way we're going to use this as part of the friendship group dynamic to lead into what happened with the young ladies in Mexico and all that. But anyway, go ahead.
So I just want to say we had someone at the end of a show comment and get really upset about the way me and you talk.
To each other.
Yeah. And the thing is, yes, and I will admit this, yes, we cut each other off.
We do.
Yes, we talk over each other.
We do.
It works for us, though, because I still hear her and she still hear me.
But can y'all hear us?
Yeah.
Like
they can hear us.
Right.
But
so
if you just tuning in, you're not going to get this. And this dynamic, I just want to share with everybody. This dynamic, we are 45 years old. And this dynamic has been...
You older than me, but...
You know what?
Go ahead.
We're born the same year. Okay.
No, but you're older. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
So I just want to say this dynamic between us has been going on for a very long time. This is 30 plus years of friendship.
Right.
Okay. And I can't even say no bad. I'm gonna just say good, indifferent, because there was no bad with us, but good and indifferent or whatever. This is the way we are. We vibe off of each other.
Yeah.
We don't always agree with everything.
No, we don't.
We don't always agree with everything.
No, we don't.
We have different thoughts. Sometimes we have the same thoughts, right? And I will verbalize it one way. I am funny. She is funny. She has more of a wittiness that she attacks. I'm more raw, in a different sense. So I just want to say it works for us. So someone thought that they could comment on the show and let me know. And then I kindly inbox, because some things need to be addressed in-house, right? They don't need to be addressed on our platform. And I'm just going to say that for whomever. If you wanted to address us about something, the inbox, my telephone number, if you're privy to it, you can call, text, or whatever. Hey, and I respect, hear me, and I did say this to the person, I respect anyone's comments about the show. But what I won't respect is you commenting on my platform.
Okay.
In a way in which you're annoyed at me when you're just tuning in. And this is the way our relationship is. And everybody who's been watching understands that I have never, everyone tells me every time they watch a show, whatever, we just work, we fit, we're good with each other, they love our chemistry, all of that good stuff. And so while I love your comments, I respect you, and you please respect me and us.
Okay.
And please do not comment derogatory things on it, because you will be blocked.
Ooh.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, with that being said,
Friendship dynamic.
30 plus years of friendship between us.
Go ahead.
I had to tell somebody this. I literally, in talking, because everybody knows that one of my poems went viral, the one for Shanquilla, which this kind of reminds me of a little bit, where she went away and she lost her life.
Explain the story.
Shanquilla Robinson, who went away with friends
last year.
It
was a younger influencer, black girl, went to Mexico with a mixed group of young
friends.
men and young women that was supposed to be her friends.
And she was actually coming up in the world. Like she
that's
had
what I said, young influencer,
acquired a lot of things.
Yes.
So for whatever reason, they decided in that moment that they turned against her. There was some fighting involved, and Shanquilla is no longer here. And I thought that was the saddest thing.
But no one has
been charged.
No one has been charged. They all flew back and
they resumed their life. And
no, they won't talk, because some of them moved, some of them left, some of them go by different names,
and they resumed their life.
You're right, and they won't talk about what happened in Mexico when that young lady lost her life.
So I was hurt about that. There are certain things that go on in the world that I feel more deeper than that. And then when I thought about it and how I have friends that I've had for a really long time. Not a lot of them left, but I have friends that I've had for a long time. Shots fired. I have friends that I've had for a really long time, and we just don't move certain ways when we go. Like, it's crazy, because I'll tell everybody, even when we went to the club, we used to go to the bathroom together. Like, you got to go to the bathroom.
Why wouldn't you?
Some people don't.
I don't understand that.
Would we ever go to a club and you go off with a dude and
ain't no
we
way.
ain't doing that.
Ain't no way.
We not going to another country and you going to somebody's room and I'm not knowing where you are, because I'm that friend that'll be outside the door like, Toya, you okay?
Literally. You just better
tell your friend.
Find something to do on your phone while you're.
That's it. Oh. All I'm saying is.
Go ahead. Go, just keep going past that. Go ahead.
I'm not. So what I'm saying is that we do not leave. We just always been like that. Like seriously.
Yeah, no.
I don't think it's like it's an unspoken rule with us.
It's like family. Not like family. It is family.
You
Y'all
just don't-
are not in a familiar territory. You're not in a familiar setting. So why are you leaving someone who is your family with a bunch of strangers just out anywhere in the world? None of that makes any sense.
You have to be very, and we went away together. We've traveled together. I can't even
all
say
the
it. We mesh well when we travel together too.
Yeah.
But we've been to Dominican Republic. We've been to Miami.
Where they
we've been
hated
to
me.
Stop.
No. Quick sidebar, because there was a woman that was talking about being in Dominican Republic literally 2 days ago.
What'd she say?
And she said she will never go back there. And then when I started looking at the comments and I started looking at all the women that said I will never go back either because I was treated like this, they treated me like this, they did this, that, or the other. And I said, well, me too.
You know they have colorism there.
They didn't like my little dark behind. I'm gonna tell you that.
I'm
going to tell. I will never go back to that third world country.
Really?
We had a great time at the resort.
We did with great people.
Except for the people that worked at the resort that didn't like me because I was darker skinned.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, I fit in.
She fit in and she speaks fluent Spanish.
Right.
So, but remember the guy told us.
He did.
Was like, your friend is okay. You're not. I was like, oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will never go back there. But anyway, Dominican Republic, go ahead.
But it is colorism. Let's just be real in every single thing. And I don't play that. I don't play that. Actually, I love brown. I just want to say that.
Stupid.
I just because you know when you grow up inside of how I grew up.
We gonna have a whole colorism show.
When you grow up inside your skin.
Yeah,
you don't recognize
the
what the experience of somebody else.
Yeah.
And I remember when we did have the colorism show that we had, it opened my eyes up so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, vacation.
So vacation and friends. We just don't. When we go away, we move. We move like. I don't know. We together. A unit. We're together.
To keep each other safe.
Exactly. Like if you. It's let me tell you something. If you heard anything about us, they would be like Toya and Basima passed away. It wouldn't be because we are not moving that way. And I don't understand friends leaving your friends open to certain things. To danger. And you got to be careful because one, you are American. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
You are American. I want to pull up while you're talking about it.
Yeah, no. You can't go to these foreign countries and just leave your. First of all, forget foreign countries. We don't go to New York.
Right.
Without following each other around to make sure we are okay. We don't go to Delaware.
No.
Without following each other around to make sure each other is okay. So it's not even just, going out the country. That's the friendship dynamic we have. That is the kind of sisterhood we have.
Absolutely.
And so when talking about it, using our dynamic here on the show and how we, talk with each other here and speak to you all here, and then taking that to the article that Queen Bee is talking about.
Yeah.
The episode that happened but the tragedy that happened with Shanquilla, I think it was last year. These were people that were supposed to be her friends. And so now there is a newer story about a young lady.
She went away with some friends.
Who is she?
Ashley.
Okay.
Alicia. I'm sorry.
Alicia, another young lady.
Alicia Burney. She was 24. She suddenly died in Cabo. And so there's been a lot of stories.
Speculations.
Yeah. I do not know what's the truth.
Akisa, don't go to DR. But anyway, go ahead. I mean, you would be accepted. You speak Spanish and you're lighter skinned, but I'm just saying I wouldn't. But anyway, go ahead.
So she was an influencer, had a huge following on TikTok and YouTube. Very, very large influence for comedy skits and every time. She went to go celebrate her 25th birthday with her brother and some friends. And the thing is that originally they were trying to say that she would slip something in her drink.
Yeah, that's the story I heard.
Right?
Yeah.
You heard that? Slip something in her drink. The one thing I will say is we don't drink from people. We don't, and it's crazy because I've accepted drinks from people because I wouldn't turn them down, but I'd say thank you, and then we would do something with the drink so that we would not take the drink. That is the one thing that I've
somebody
done.
slipped something in my drink right in Elizabeth. So
Yes,
you
they
know,
did. Yes, they
right
did.
in Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So no, definitely not outside
So,
this country. But anyway, go
The
ahead.
thing I want to say is now they said that something. Now they were saying something about Percocets or fentanyl or her drinking and mixing. I don't know what it is. There was a lot of speculation on. Now they're saying that she died from an asthma attack in her sleep.
In Cabo?
In Cabo. It went from.
So what is the cause of death? Do they know that?
That's what it says, asthma attack. But right here, I mean, this is the first I'm hearing of an asthma attack. The first thing is they felt like somebody did something to her. And they were blaming, drum roll for this, the best friend. And everybody was speculating because of the way she was in the video, something was off or something wasn't right. They do have a video of her drinking. Mm-hmm. Now, and this is the crazy thing is I will say there's been a great deal of deaths in the Dominican Republic and Mexico.
Well, they were doing something with they were trying to, what was it? They were trying to make their own alcohol, or they were trying to do something, whatever it was, it was poisoning people. Mm-hmm. And so when all of those deaths had started happening around the same time on resorts, I think it was they were trying to make their own something. I got to go back and get the story because I remember that was like a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. But they were trying to make their own something, and it ended up poisoning people, and it was killing people.
They said she does not do drugs. She was a self-loving and happy individual who cherished her life and was looking forward to the upcoming year's plans. She was in Mexico to celebrate her birthday. She was a very classy young woman. So everybody's saying that it wasn't drugs. I'm sure autopsies don't happen right away.
No.
And then she is in a different country, so I don't know the level of what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I will say, like I said, we don't even hear them all, but there are so many deaths in other countries.
Yeah. You have to be so careful.
You just got to be careful. You got to be careful. And my advice, and I tell my daughter this all the time. My daughter did have the luxury of going to Dominican Republic and staying actually not in the city like us, but in the rural part with her best friend.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not.
I the only thing I requested is that her mother bring my baby back in one piece, and she did. She brought my baby back in one piece. And she came back, and remember they were young, so they weren't doing the drinking thing.
Went, but what I'm saying is that is a third world country that is an island that side of the island anyway that I will never go to again. Yeah. That is.
Well, we saw.
Well, I mean, I saw their little sticks with their string for fences, and I said I'd never again.
I hate you.
Hey, listen, no, they ain't like me, so guess what?
I think we need to be mindful, when we travel, and I always give instructions like, don't go off with nobody.
Right.
Don't go off by yourself. You hear too many things that people missing.
And nobody means even on the resorts. People think they're safe just by staying on resorts. But how many videos have you seen where women were in the resorts in the rooms by themselves, and people come knocking on the door because someone at the resort has tipped somebody else off and then let them on the resort, and they're following you to your room.
I remember going to Mexico by myself. I stayed for a whole week. And I remember going to Mexico by myself, and I met a lot of people. I did a lot of reading on the beach. I did a lot of things, but I met a lot of people, and I love that the people always walked me to my room. They were like, and then they would call my room. They were like, I heard somebody when you were going to the room, I heard somebody say something in the elevator. I just want to make sure you good. And they made sure I was good. I'm still friends with them on Facebook to this day. And I was just grateful that I didn't have any stories like that.
Would you do it again? Because I wouldn't.
Well, remember, that was a different time.
That was a different time.
That was a different time.
Would you do it again now?
I don't think so.
No,
not go away. If I needed to go away, I'd book myself into a hotel like I do sometimes and be
but not in another country.
No, not in another country.
No,
I can't see that.
Yeah.
I can't see that for myself. No. And there's a lot of things that I want to do. There's a lot of places that I want to go, but I just, it's not safe anymore.
It's not safe.
It's not safe anymore.
It is not safe.
But, the thing is I just want to, we got to, and I just, I hate to bring this up all the time, but when you got sister friends, like y'all gotta check for each other.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You gotta check for each other and make sure everybody. It's called checks and balances and all. Listen, we not.
Well,
if you ain't hear from your friend.
I mean, we got each other's locations.
We do.
Like literally.
We do.
We be like,
I'll be like,
where's
she's in the shop right now.
Like we literally. And then if you somewhere too long, you be like, why you
still? Absolutely.
Why you still at the blah blah blah?
Yeah.
So we got each other's locations.
We do.
So,
We do.
That's.
We do.
I mean,
I don't know. But it ain't like that for everybody. But
no,
I just,
it's not.
I'm just, and it's, you know what? And I think the young ones, I'll say the young, but we were young. But I'll say the young ones, 20 and 30. Like, be careful when you traveling. Be careful when you traveling. Everybody is not meant. Some people will get you like that. Yeah. You understand? Some people have appeared to been the towel boys, right? Yeah. Some people have appeared to have been.
It's the people that work at
sometimes
the resorts.
they set you up knowing that you are.
That happened to a girl in Miami. I saw a video with a girl in Miami where, no, that was the one in California. There was another one in Miami where the people at the front desk let some gentlemen into the hotel that were not staying there, that were knocking on her room door. And she was calling the front desk, and they were like, well, we don't know what you're talking about. And they would not help her. And then she was like, oh, wait, y'all set me up. Like, y'all had to give him know where my room is, because how would he know where my room is? And then there was that one was in Miami. There was another girl in California. I literally just watched this video like 2 nights ago where the people there were men knocking on her door trying to get her to come out. She wouldn't come out. And then she started getting calls from the front desk. And the people at the front desk kept saying, oh, we need you to come down to the front desk because the car that you have here, something is wrong with it. She was like, I don't have a car here. And it was like, yeah, but you just need to come so you can address the car situation. She said, why would I address a car situation and I don't have a car here? And they kept trying to force her to come out of the room. So the men were waiting outside the room door, and then she's calling the front desk, and they're trying to tell her to come down. So that was in California, and she was videotaping it. She was like, if anything happens to me, I am videotaping from my room right now because they keep trying to get me to come down. But the one, that was a white girl. The one in Miami was a black girl where the guys ended up knocking on her room door. And she was like, how did you know which room was mine? And then when she called the front desk, they was like, we don't know what you're talking about. And it was like, yeah, you do. You had to give this man my room number. He's not staying here. You don't. So the whole point is you have to be safe. You have to be cautious. You have to watch your back.
Because there's some inside people too.
Of course there's inside people too. But we go on vacation. We drink. We're having fun. We're talking to people. Yeah. You're friendly, But you got to be observant. You got to be cautious. And, and if you're going in these friend groups and these girl groups, especially like once everybody start drinking, like somebody got to be sober enough to watch.
So hold up. That's important. Because I know all the time that we're kind of carefree or whatever. But there's always got to be somebody with their head on a swivel, and that is not drinking too much.
You can't do that.
To where you are not you are oblivious to what's going on.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I mean,
I've told that story plenty of times where I almost got kidnapped in Paris.
Yes.
Like whole taken situation, literally, with sex traffickers about to pick up me and one of our other friends because we got off on the wrong train stop in Paris.
They was waiting.
Yeah, they was about to get us. So anyway, but you have to make sure your head is on a swivel, and you have to make sure that somebody, even if you're having fun and even if you are connecting with all the people, like you said at the resort, that's talking to you and all those things, somebody has to be observant enough to be like, all right, nah, we done with this conversation over here, and we gonna move over here, or this look a little fishy over here. We need to, somebody has to be paying attention.
I think, and that is the key. I think it's the key. And I haven't been anywhere, and thank God, I haven't been anywhere where I've, felt, not safe.
Yeah.
Like, I was in danger or anything like that. I never felt like that. But the thing about me is I always get a vibe when I know something's not right. And I tell my children the same thing. When it don't feel right, it ain't right.
But you
my
have
father
women
always
that
taught me
aren't
that.
observant here.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
But that's
it
the
starts
problem.
here.
But I'm just saying, you're at home in your own environment, and how many women are just aloof? Just, they don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. Like, you didn't see this coming down the street?
Yeah.
And like ladies, because we talk about women here. You know, we have to get better.
Yes.
You have to get
I agree.
more observant with things. And again, no, you're not going to see everything. I mean, nobody is.
Nobody
right?
is, yeah.
But, you know, just be more observant and don't be so aloof. And then go on these vacations and then mix with alcohol and predators and all the things. It's like you're putting yourselves in terrible situations. However,
yes,
when talking about friendship dynamics, you got to be more observant with the people you call friends. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? No, you don't want to talk about that today on this fine Tuesday in March 11th. We have to get better with the women, with the ladies that we are calling our friends, that we are calling our sister girls. Our other best friend, Mimi, had called me, and I'm just sharing a story from a young lady that she works with. So she works down in South Jersey. There's a young lady that she works with that's in her 20s, and this young lady is an influencer online, and she has hundreds of thousands of followers, and you know, does all of this fashion stuff. Very pretty young lady. And she was saying, she was telling Mimi, it's to a point now that when she goes out, her friends won't take pictures of her.
What does that mean? What does that mean exactly?
What? So Mimi was like, well, why aren't your friends taking pictures of you when you go out? Because these are the pictures that you use to put on your social media page and how you make additional money. But now they don't know. We don't want to do that for you anymore. We don't want to do that with you no more. But these are her friends. These are her friends.
I mean, my friends get tired of me and the pictures.
We gotta take 2,000.
And my family.
We have to take
2,000
pictures
so
of you.
should I start looking at y'all crazy?
No, because we
I'm
take
kidding.
all 2,000.
But what is that about? No, seriously. What is that?
No. Literally, yes. What is it about?
Okay,
this is your friend. This is your friend. You are an influencer.
Okay.
We are going out.
Okay.
I am dressed up because I'm an influencer. I'm a fashion influencer. And I need somebody to take a picture so I can post it on my page. And you are my friend. And you now, every time we go out, no, because you're doing too much.
Oh, that's not your friend, sweetheart.
That's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
That's not your friend.
Because my thing is, I'm going to tell you right now. That's not your friend. Any stream of income you get is mine, too. You know what I'm saying?
We going to help each other
pay
make
for this
money.
dinner. You know what I'm saying? Who going to pay? That's wild. Really?
Yeah.
Because a come up is a come up. Tell them what we do when we get new cars, though.
I mean,
tell them what we do when it's our car.
It's our car.
We be like, when you taking us for a ride? We be so excited.
Listen, because it's ours.
I ain't been in your car yet.
We are a unit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are a unit. So if you look good, that makes me look good.
Absolutely.
Because we are friends. So we're going to pull each other up, number one. Because you doing good means I'm doing good. Because we're going to be in a circle of goodness. And your goodness rubs off on me and vice versa. But again, ladies, these are your sister girls. These are your friends. When you got to start recognizing, you got to start recognizing that subtle hate. You understand what I'm saying?
You don't realize it
you
for a long time.
You don't realize it for a long time because you make excuses for people that will, throw subtle hate at you for years at a time and make a bunch of comments. Again, in true friendship, you're not going to agree on everything. And true friendship, y'all are going to have jokes with each other.
Yes.
That literally are jokes with each other. Not something that is going to make the other person feel bad or something that's going to be putting you down or something that's going to be trying to stop you from being who you are or dim your light. You know what I mean? Or any of those things. And so it's like when you talk about friendship dynamic, it would be one thing if me and you were talking and every time you started talking, I cut you off because I felt like you ain't have nothing to share. Yeah, all right, okay. Anyway, so we just going to talk about da-da-da, or you do that to me. I'm in the middle of saying something. You're like, yeah, but my point is more important than yours, or is bigger than yours, or more or stronger than yours. So I'm just cutting you off because yours don't matter. That would be different.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And so it's like these friendship dynamics that a lot of these young ladies that are experiencing, the Shanquillas who unfortunately, you know, met her untimely death in Mexico with people she called friends.
I will never understand that. That will never sit
the
well
young
with
lady,
me.
you know, and they were trying to say, like you said initially, the latest young lady, they were trying to say initially her friends had something to do with it. Listen, no one would ever think my friends had anything to do with anything. God forbid anything happened to me here, vacation, wherever. It ain't no way they gonna be like, well, you know about Seema. Like, like that is just not something. That is just not something that's going to happen. So it's like when you are curating your circle and when you are curating your squad, it's like, I know we're talking about vacations and we're talking about friendships dynamics, but it's important to be observant, not only, you know, when you're out in the world, but it's like in your circle too. Like take into account, you know, those people. And it's like, the sad part is like we know deep down when something don't feel right.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
We know when
we have a God-given intuition. That's why it's intuition.
Yeah.
Like you literally have a thing where your body tells you and it makes you feel when something's not right.
Yeah.
The pit of your stomach is like, no, this don't feel right.
And you know,
and
when
I always heed my father's words when he say, if it don't feel right, it's not right.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking him advice for certain things, and I would be like, "Dude, you think that makes sense?" He said, "If it don't feel right, it's not right."
Yeah.
And that is my thing.
Yeah.
And I teach my kids the same thing.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they've gone to clubs, both of them. They've gone to clubs and they've gone to parties and been like, I left early because. And there's a lot of times where they be like, man, people will come back to them and be like, you just left in time because let me tell you what happened. Same thing for us though. Right? There's so many things, and I love my town, but there's so many things that we have happened that we're like, dang, we wasn't there.
You know, I was just talking about that with Shalonda, that night in Piscataway at Riparian. I was talking about that with Shalonda. Shout out to Shalonda. I was talking about that with her. She was like, I think I was there that night. I said, girl, well, I got up out. I was like, nope.
But you know what? Because you start reading the room.
Yeah, you should.
And then when the atmosphere changed, there's a feeling that you feel.
Room and you should get out.
I think there's an atmosphere you feel, and I think that you should be, just on point and aware. And we say that we are all about on this show empowering women, right? Yeah. Women, and empowering them to see things, feel things, know things, talk about everything, right? Because we have topics that we talk about every single thing under the sun.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that you have an intuition that you're supposed to heed to. And a lot of times we write it off, right? Mm-hmm. And I always have this conversation with my daughter. I'll be like, I don't know what you need to see. Because God done gave you it every way, and you have literally ignored everything.
But as a woman, that is supposed to be your spiritual gift, right? That is supposed to be your spiritual gift.
It is
the ability
for our mates too.
Yeah. That's where I'm getting to. So for all the single ladies, we out here, we single. You know what I mean? That is supposed to be a part of your spiritual gifts and a part of what you impart in your relationship and with your mate and with your partner.
Prime example of. You see somebody, you get this vibe when you first, and you be like, something ain't right. Mm-hmm. And you tell your partner, like, something's not right. It don't feel right. It's not about being a hater. It is literally you being like, something's off.
Something is off.
Something's a bit off. Something's not right. Something's
and
not.
for your protection, I'm telling you.
Definitely.
Or for our protection,
because sometimes
we need to get up out of here.
Sometimes we are able to get, to tell you, hey, this doesn't feel right or is not right.
But this is why all these men out here in our age group shouldn't be single.
You're right.
But I'm gonna just throw that out there and then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just and then I'm gonna just bring it back.
And then just bring it back. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead.
All
but
right.
yes, so your intuition is a gift.
Yeah.
Ladies.
You got to see things.
And use it.
Prior to, right?
Right.
Prior to use it.
So use it. Use it in your friendships. Use it to discern who should be around you. And like you said, if you are feeling something, because deep down we know. But it's like if you are feeling something.
I had said, I laughed because I had said to my wife the other day, sometimes being as spiritual as you are, you will literally drive them absolutely crazy with things you know, things you see beforehand. And I just think it's funny because one day I did ask her, I was like, what do you feel? And she was like, sometimes it really, because it's like, I could wake up and be like, yeah, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that. I dreamt
You
this.
come across as a know-it-all.
Absolutely.
Or you come across as a worry wart.
Yeah, a worry wart.
That happens to me a lot at work.
Oh, I know.
That happens to me a lot at work. Like something I'll be like, and I'll say to, my group there, I'll be like, mark my words, this is going to happen, that is going to happen, that is going to happen. And in the 11 years that I have been there, every single thing that I said was going to happen has happened. And they be like, dang, like they hate when I write about
people
it.
ain't for the week. I will tell you that. Because you'll be up,
like, yeah, no, this ain't
right.
Nah,
this ain't right. This ain't right. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't go here. Don't do, So it's definitely not for the weak. But I'm glad that, God gave us that we are able to see things before it happens, or see things or feel things. If you're connected like that, right?
Yeah.
And you're connected like that. And it just means that, we put in time with God, right? We do. We put in time with God. And we see things and know things.
I'm on overtime, so
Yeah.
God, I mean, you could start raining down these blessings or something, because it's time.
Okay. I can't with you.
Like, it's time. Okay.
I feel like, brothers, how y'all doing? Sisters, how y'all feel?
I'm just saying. Brothers, y'all all right.
Y'all
out
all
here.
right.
Anyway. But yeah, no. In speaking with friendship dynamics, discernment is a part of it. And when speaking with friendship dynamics, your intuition and your discernment, coupled together, is what's going to lead to healthy friendships and healthy relationships with your sister girls, so that when y'all do eventually go on these vacations and do those things, you won't have these situations like you spoke about earlier.
I just want to say that it is all about having a sisterhood. It's all about building.
Yeah,
it's all about.
It's
building.
not overnight.
It's not overnight.
You ever seen people like, oh, that's my best friend, and it'd be like, how long y'all know each other? Like 2 months.
And so I teach my kids this, because they didn't put time in.
That's not your best
we
friend.
We ain't go through the seasons.
No,
yet.
That's not your best
friend. You know what I'm saying? No. Because you got to earn it. You got to earn it. You got to go through some stuff. You got to, no. The one thing I will tell you, and like I said, I always say I have all of the parents that God gave me in this earth. I have all of the parents. But I do know, and I have to, for the sake of this conversation, we have gone through funerals, right? We have gone through divorces. We have gone through hard stuff, right? We have gone through, I'm up, I'm down. We have gone through mental stuff. We've gone through, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. We've gone through the pouring into one another, into each other. We've gone through all of that. Mm-hmm. We have. Mm-hmm. We've been to a point where, like, as spiritual as I am, to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. And I don't feel like it. And I don't like God. I don't feel him. And I mean, we have gone through it all. Mm-hmm. And there are some times when we had to pour into one another, where we had to come out. And there's some times when we give each other harsh talking tos, right? harsh talking to. Uh-huh. There are times when we, bring the person into reality, because the one thing, we know each other. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me nothing about, you can't tell me nothing about you that I wouldn't know, and you and vice versa, right? Mm-hmm. How you are in a relationship, I know how you are in a relationship. I know how you are single. I know how you are. I know how you are. I know your flaws and all. Right. Just like you know me. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
My thing is that
you don't become best friends in 2 months.
No.
Like, you don't. Like
you
you said, you have not gone through all of the seasons of one's life, and seeing what someone is like and how they're going to react and how they handle things and how they handle stress and how they handle success and how they handle being in relationships and out of relationships and all of those things. So again, no, you're not best friends in 2 months, ladies. So it's like, again, discernment and intuition. Start leaning on it. Start leaning into it. It is there for you. It is God given for you.
This. I got to read this from my cousin who came up, and I always shout her out because she came up from Virginia to be at our show. And we spent a lot of time with her afterwards, me and my family. And we, she was eager when I said that we had the show going on. She's like, I'll be up here or whatever. And the one thing she said is, I do want to let you and Toya know that y'all have helped me heal and set boundaries. Ever since I started watching, I've learned to focus more on me. And these 2 posts came on my page a few months ago, and now I stick with them. And one of them is, until somebody tell you they want to be with you and their action match, don't let them hold up the line. And then the other one, she said, I watched him treat you someone else better than he ever treated me. And in that moment, I lost all interest. Not out of jealousy, but because I finally saw the truth. He was always capable of effort, love, and respect. He just never chose to give it to me.
Not with you.
And that realization, that's what set me free. Wow. Ooh. That's deep. You know what, though? Ooh. I'm going to tell you this, Precious. That is a topic. Ooh. That's a topic. That is a topic that we're going to have to do. And talk about because it happens. I had to learn boundaries because I didn't know them.
Oh, the first 6 months of last year, I think every show for me was about boundaries.
Because listen to this, I've always overextended myself to a point where I always said
I'm still working on it.
I always said I wanted to be spent.
Akisa, did we not have this conversation like yesterday? I think
I always said I want my gifts and I want them to be spent. But the thing that I didn't understand is what the anxiety I was putting on myself. Yeah. That when I could be there for everyone else and then I would give nothing, I would have nothing left for me. And now I'm adamant where I'm like,
But it hurts even more so when you're doing it in the course of dating and in the course of serial monogamous relationships, which is what
we definitely want to talk about that.
No, but thank you for saying that, because there's so many times where we are up here on a show and again we're talking and it's like, are these conversations helping anybody?
Yeah.
And we had gotten to a point, and I had gotten to a point, and I had even said it on this show, where I was just like, the fact that I am not where I want to be as far as my love blueprint is concerned makes me feel like maybe I should stop talking.
It's not stop talking. I think it's therapy for you.
It is.
And I think that your frustration is, I have so much to give, and I always tell you this. You have so much to give. It's like, okay, where's my fruit? Right. Where is
a tree should bear fruit.
It should be bearing that right now. And why am I not seeing that? But I think in due time, Chanel. I think in due time. Yeah. I think for me, like, look at me as an example. Like I always say, and I said this even on my wedding day. Like, I kissed a lot of frogs. Okay, a lot.
I ain't kissing no more frogs.
No. I did though. And what I'm saying is that in due time, I think when God knows that you are able to receive that and the time is right, I think that's when it will
happen. And that's just my own personal story. But again, I never wanted people, when watching the show, to feel like I am trying to speak from this expert place.
Right.
Or I have all the answers, or I know it all, because that's not it. Being on here, like you said, is more therapy for everyone. But not only that, it's more sharing experiences and asking questions and saying, okay, well, how do we go from here and where do we learn? We were having in a group chat that I have on Instagram with some of the ladies. So shout out to Akisa, because we were having this full, and shout out to Jessica, because we were having this full conversation. I think, was it yesterday or the day before? And we were talking about something that one of the ladies had shared, and it was kind of about boundaries, but kind of about, just men and how things are in relationship dynamics and all of that. And I kept saying, I was like, yeah, but I don't think we're listening, and I think we got to relearn, and I don't think we're listening, and I think we got to relearn some things. And yeah, those are our emotions, and yeah, those are our feelings, but that's not going to change what things really are. And we were like really, really, really going through it. And then as I was saying it, I was like, okay, Toya, you don't want to come across like you know so much and you still just as single as everybody else, right? Like you don't have all the answers. But I just think this is just what I've learned so far.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? What I've been learning, I'm just sharing with a few things I've been learning, and that's from doing this show. That is from talking to men and having, you know, these mixed company conversations, not just talking to women and not just getting advice from generations of past that don't necessarily know what it's like out here now.
You talk to a variety of women. Single ones and those that are married, right?
That too.
Divorcees and those that are choosing to just stay single because of what's out here in this world. I think that we learn from each other, and I think that's the building, and that's the, you know, our show is women who who help heal. And the thing is, we're healing from everything. We're healing from childhood. We're healing from adulthood. We're healing from, you know, taking care of parents. We're healing from, you know, being single moms or just, you know, being the caretaker in our families. We're dealing with, you know, mental illnesses and just things that there are so many things that we talk about. And I don't want anybody to think we just talk about relationships. No. Because we talk about it all.
Everything.
We talk about it all.
I mean, tonight's show was friendship dynamics. I mean, it's sisterhood.
It's sisterhood.
You know what I mean? It wasn't about relationships. We kind of just went into that for a little bit towards the end, but it was about sisterhood, and it was about friendship dynamics, and it was about using your discernment and using your intuition to make good decisions in all aspects of your friendship.
I feel so
whether
bad.
You're here, whether you're abroad, wherever you are.
I feel so bad when I see people say, and I didn't always have, I didn't have this feeling. I didn't really have this feeling. But they'd be like, I can't have a lot of girlfriends, you know.
Ooh,
or they'll say,
hated that statement.
yeah, I hated that statement. And then they would say, like something, you know. And I remember, do you remember one time we had a friendship show and somebody was not, they were like, nah, tell us something about you. You remember that? It was like really like trying to, and we're like, no. It is exhausting. No, it's like we're good, you know, whatever. I remember them trying to fit, and we're like, and we didn't understand it because we just grew up with each other, and we just this is what we had.
It's just what we have.
So I just want to say yes. And you don't always, and let me tell you, there are some groups I'm in, I love the fact that there are women that literally are going through health things. There are women that are going through just everyday life, and there are some people that do not find it robbery to add to another woman and their situation or give them an uplift. I am a stickler of complimenting. I'm a stickler of uplifting. I am a stickler of wait a minute. Why you think that about yourself? Because sometimes I need that pick me up too.
Absolutely.
I'm not always sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I just want to say that find your tribe. Find your tribe.
Stick with them. Curate your squad.
That's it.
Whatever it is you need to do, use your intuition and do it.
And be with the ones that support you. That's it.
Look, that's it. That sounds right to me. Denise said, Toya, you have a wealth of information from your platform. Please do not downplay women and men perspective. Hold on. Please do not downplay women and men perspective you talk about. I really enjoy the conversations. Oh, thank you, Denise.
Oh, thanks, Denise.
Thank you so much.
That was great.
Denise. Like I said, sometimes we struggle to, sometimes I struggle to be like, are we reaching anybody? Are we touching anybody? Is anybody listening where we are making them think a different thought?
Yeah.
You know, so
because we always say you are going to think
you
always your way.
You think all the thoughts you're going to think until someone else interjects with something
and that's
new,
what
right?
Perspective, and that's what looking at something and uncovering something in a different way. That's exactly what that does, and I love that because there are times when I have to, like, somebody could come in with, like, throw you an alley-oop and be like, you know, and then you be like, I didn't think of it that way.
Right.
You know? And I love wisdom.
Yeah.
I love wisdom, and it doesn't always come with age, right? It comes with experience.
Yeah, experience.
A lot of experience. And you have to be a good listener, right?
Well, part of communication is listening. Yeah. It's not just talking. People.
Yes. That's true.
Yeah. Look, yeah, that part. All right, listen, we have come to the end of our show. So this lovely Tuesday in this spring weather, hopefully every Tuesday from here on out is just as lovely as this one was today. And we thank you for listening. And honestly, and with tonight, with all the beautiful messages, the one from your cousin and the one from Denise, thank you all so much, because that is really and truly encouraging. And, you know, sometimes those that encourage others need encouraging themselves. So, you know, just thank you so much for saying that and for your kind words, and that we are doing something, and we are reaching people, and we are touching lives, and we are, you know, helping people to think something and feel something a bit different by the conversations that we have on the show. So thank you so much for that.
Real quick plug.
Okay.
And the plug is that next week I will be a speaker.
That's right.
At DeSales University, and I am talking about courage to be yourself and the freedom to live.
Yes.
Which
so we will not be here next week.
Yes. So it is going to be an absolute treat. I will have one of my children go live because, you know, I'll be talking and speaking and pouring into and doing what I do.
Right.
And my cousin actually, she is the DEI person over there, and thought it was great to include me on this. And I am super excited to be speaking, to be pouring in, to allow others to hear that it is okay to be yourself.
Yeah.
But you have to have the courage to do that, and you have to make some real choices about doing that. And it's not going to when you are free to live and you choose to live freely, sometimes it hurts other people.
Don't matter.
But it's for what you believe and what you feel.
Takes courage to do it.
That is what I'll be speaking about. So hopefully,
which was our topic for our women's conference, for our successful women's conference that we did way back in 2018. That was the topic, and just so you know that we are not just flying by the seat of our pants. This is stuff. This is what we live by, and this is what we continue.
But guess
to
what?
Do. Yeah,
even that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Even that, I will say this. We did that in what? 2018.
Mm-hmm.
It is now 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have more of a in-depth perspective of that, because look what happened to us in 2018 and look at how what we are now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a different because freedom is in everything
freedom
you
to
do,
live,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though those freedoms are being taken away.
Ooh.
Another topic. All right, listen, we got to go. It's past 8 o'clock. Thank you.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. We'll see you the week after next.
Yes.
And actually, by that time, we'll have some more announcements for some things that we've been working on behind the scenes.
And we will have we'll have some guests.
Yes,
we will have some guests.
We want to talk about the health portion of what you were saying.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yes. So thank you all that chimed in the comments on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, however it is you watched or however it is you listened tonight. We love you guys. Thank you for your kind words. We will continue to pour into you. Please make sure you continue to pour into us. And see you soon. Thank you. Jeff, go ahead and take us away.